Okay. All right. It is Wednesday, October 26th, and it's our last day of school for this week. I have to work today all the way till like 8 o'clock at night and all the day to tomorrow until 8 o'clock at night. So I have a long day with only a little break, but it's really fun. It's a fun day because I get to meet your families, which is really fun. Usually at Flex, we do that at the start of the year. This year, the superintendent wanted us to wait. I kind of wish I had done it at the start of the year. So I would love to meet your families at the conferences. If you want to be at the conference, I like that because we're talking about you. I'm saying good things about you. I always try to make sure that I've let kids know if they're behind in school, like sent you messages and things. And I don't use conferences as a time to like critique kids and be mean or anything. I try to use conferences as a time to tell your parents the hard work you've been doing and the good things you've been doing. So don't be afraid of your conference. I think it'll be a fun thing. Also, I'm happy to meet other members of your family, your siblings, talk about what you want from school, how it's going, answer questions. It's kind of your private time with me. Try to come in at your conference time. I sent your parents an email with your conference times. You have your conference time on your calendar. Everybody should have highlighted it on your calendar, so it's on your Canvas calendar. And you just use your normal Laws Zoom to come in, okay? If your parents are trying to come in on their phones or something like that, they might have to enter the code LAWS, just small scale. I see a couple of hands raised, so let's answer questions. The first question I saw in the chat was from Bree asking if we have school on Halloween, and yes, we do. Not everybody celebrates Halloween, and so we do have school on Monday. It's Halloween. Come on in and entertain me with your hyperness after eating way too much chocolate. Actually, it's Halloween day, and so you don't really do anything during the day. The worst time will be the next morning when you have to get up on Tuesday, the day after Halloween, with all your sugar headaches and talk to me. But good luck with that.
After I eat candy, I don't get sugar headaches, so I'm going to be hybrid.
All right, Lauren, go ahead. What's your question?
So my mom went onto her Canvas, and I think you sent her a message that it was 8:30.
Yeah.
And is it 8:30 or 6:30 tomorrow?
Lauren, I have you down at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, I thought it was 6:30.
6 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, that's good because my dad gets off work at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow. It should be on your calendar. Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw it, but my mom got a message saying that it was 8:30.
Oh, I don't. You know what? Let me check my thing because maybe I have you at the wrong time on that thing, but I don't think so. Lauren, at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't have you at 8:30 anywhere, buddy.
Okay.
I'll write back to your mom, but yeah, come at the time that you have on your calendar.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hand down, Mila.
Wait, so did my dad sign up for conferences?
Yes, and so your time is today at 4:30.
Oh, okay.
And your dad signed up for it, so I think he knows about it. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eli.
Is tomorrow the time we're gonna do the meetup?
No, not until, did you see that it showed up on the calendar? So I'll share my screen for that one. That's a good question. So after Mila asked about that, I went ahead and put it on our home screen. So if you go to home now and you go to the top of it, it should show up with this 5th grade drop-off person day on November 4th. That's a Friday. Okay, so it's next week, Friday, from 8:30 in the morning till 11:30. Your parents drop you off. Actually, they don't just drop you at the curb. They need to park and they need to walk you up to the door. I did have a picture of the door on that other flyer I sent out, but it didn't come through when I pasted it here. So anyway, it's a big door. It has a big B on it. Well, I'll probably put up a big sign like saying 5th graders, you're in the right place or something, or Flex. I think it says Flex on it now. It's right next to base. And your parents need to walk you up and check you in. If you have inhalers or EpiPens or anything like that, you need to bring it clearly labeled. We might be outside a little bit. And then you can bring a snack, but we're not going to do lunch. We're going to have your parents come pick you up at 11:30 right before lunch. Okay. And that's right on the home screen. So you should be able to see it. I guess it's the second page of the home screen, or it's the announcements. Let me stop my share. Yes. Christian, question. Go ahead.
Actually, I'll go last because mine's not that important.
Go ahead and ask it. It's all right.
On Halloween, if we have a costume, can we wear it
It's fine with me. That's fine.
on Halloween?
At school, they don't let you because not everybody celebrates Halloween, but you're at your house. And so I don't see why it's a problem at all. Go ahead and wear it. Mila, did you have another question or did you just not lower your hand?
No, I have another question.
Go ahead.
So do like the parents know that the school is at a different location this year?
Well, they should know it, and the address is on there, but tell your parents, okay?
On what? Oh, on the,
It's on the invite. It's on that notice.
okay, like the thing,
And the problem is the place that you go to, it's kind of confusing because it's like a giant building. But the corner that our school is at is the corner closest to both streets. So hopefully you can find it. And you can always call if you're lost. There'll be other kids there. You'll see them. Okay? Kainoa, question.
I won't be making it to the November 4th.
You can't come to the in-person, but you can come online and watch what's going on. We're required to have Zoom on the whole time so you can watch what people are doing. And I'm going to have some activities that you can follow along at home. Okay. So what I'll do is if the kids are doing a group activity, I'll put you guys into a breakout room to do an activity too. Whoever's.
But Miss Alice, I also have another question.
What is it?
I forgot my question.
Okay, Evie, what's your question? This is a lot of questions. Eli, it's not Halloween. Take it off till Monday. You're too scary. Sorry it took you so long to get in, Eli. Evie? Your hand is raised. Uh-oh. We can't hear you for some reason. I'm going to mute you and then unmute yourself again. Because we're not hearing you. Okay. Evie's gone secret. Are you there? We cannot hear you. If you're trying. Oh, there. Now we can.
Okay, yeah, my Wi-Fi is kind of bad. Okay, so did you hear my question?
No.
So we're not gonna be at Flex the whole day. Are we only gonna be there at like 11 until 11?
Yes, it's a half day. It's 3 hours. Okay.
And we're going there at 8:30.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I think we handled all the questions. Whew, it's already 8:48. We don't have much time left, but that's okay. I just want to share a couple of things. Number one, yesterday, everybody submitted their topic to me for Flextra week, except for 3 people. So Amoy and Jax and Luis. Amoy, are you here? Can you unmute for a minute and just tell us what you're going to be learning about this week? And then you need to go on to Flexpert Week 101 and submit your topic. What are you going to learn about? And you can put it in the chat if you don't want to.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you need to study them and stuff. I'm going to go mushroom hunting this weekend. So you need to go in and enter that assignment. I've made assignments all along the way because the truth is you guys don't have to log on and do all that Florida virtual reading or anything. So you have a lot of extra time and it's really not that hard to go onto one assignment and submit one word, right? So yesterday you were supposed to submit a list of your guiding questions or your subtopics. Let me show you what you're doing today. So let me go to that Flextra assignment, just like you guys are going to do. In fact, if you want to follow along, you can. So go to your subjects and go to language arts. Hopefully it'll open. And go to modules and scroll down to the Flex plus Expert Flexpert week. Ms. Laws really likes saying that. Here's that introduction again. Here's what you were supposed to submit on Monday. Here's what you were supposed to submit yesterday. So some of you didn't submit this yet. You were supposed to submit guiding questions and subtopics that you're going to be researching. So you need to give me some questions and subtopics. Okay. If you missed the lesson on this, go to our homepage and check the resources for the lesson titled Guiding Questions and Subtopics and watch that lesson or ask the teacher for help. And then today, your assignment is the third assignment in the list. So Flexpert week day 3. Decide on your final project and submit what you will make here. So you can say, I'm going to make a poster, or I'm going to write a report, or I'm going to give a speech, or I'm going to dress up like a character. Whatever you're going to do for your project to share your learning, that's what you need to tell me today. You don't need to submit the project, just what you're planning. Also, if you chose a big general topic, like a lot of people said, I'm going to study an author, or I'm going to do animals, or I'm going to do space or presidents. Today, I need you to select a smaller subtopic to focus on. Like you can do animals, but you need to focus on one animal too. Or you can talk about presidents in general, but then I want you to talk about one president as well. So today, please submit your specific subtopic, okay? And then we'll talk about what you're doing for next week later on, but those 3 assignments need to be turned in this week, or you're going to be getting one of those notes that says, hey, you haven't done your Flextra project, your Flex Expert Week project. Any questions about that? Evie, is that still a question, or is your hand just still raised from before?
Oh, my hand is just still raised.
Okay, excellent. Everybody else, though, did a good job of submitting their questions, and I'll go through those today and take a look at your guiding questions. I might send you some more questions that I think are good things to look into. You should be doing research on your topic. That means watching videos, reading websites, reading books, all about your topic and becoming an expert, and be ready to share that information next week. Yeah, Eli, go ahead.
Whoa, wait, what? Wait, there's an assignment for today that says, well, what are you supposed to do in that assignment?
So I just showed it to you, right? This one, is that what you're talking about? Flex Expert Week Day 3?
Yes.
So you're supposed to decide on your final project. So if you remember when we were on the introduction to the unit, it said you're not only just learning about the unit, but you're also planning a way to share what you learn. So if we go to the very first introduction, this one, it says this week you get to focus on becoming an expert, pick a topic. Here's a link to a lot of sites, make a plan, stick to your plan, make a decision to be brave and confident as you can be to present and share your information. So if you look at this link to all of those topics, you'll notice that they say like guiding questions and then possible projects. These are things you could do. Like last time, Liam made a solar system and painted it. So if you're studying planets, you might want to do that. Or there's other ideas in here. On dinosaurs, possible projects, you could make some salt and flour dinosaur bones and then show them to the class. Talk about how you learned how to make those. With volcanoes, always a great project. You can create a 3D erupting volcano, which if you have never made a volcano is super fun to do. If you're doing animals, you might create a drawing, a poster, or a 3D model. These are some projects, right?
Could you do a slideshow or something?
Yeah, of course you can, but you've done a lot of slideshows, so it might be fun to try something different.
I haven't done a slideshow yet.
Oh, you haven't? You didn't do an All About Me slideshow?
Well, no, that was the first slideshow. That was necessary.
For a president topic in 5th grade in-person school, they often dress up and give a speech from that president. So people dress up as the character and they either talk to the class or they give a speech. So that's kind of a fun project. If you're an actor, and I know some of you are good actors. So that's kind of a fun project, is to impersonate the president. Pop culture projects, you could do a slideshow. You could write an essay on why you think it's a good or a bad idea to spend thousands of dollars on a tennis shoe. Obviously, I have an opinion. If you're doing a city, you might want to make a salt and flour map of it. I know somebody's going to do ancient Sparta. You could create a drawing or maybe even make a model of it. That would be super cool. If you're doing Black history and civil rights, you might make a poster of your character, but you need to do some sort of a project. If you're doing a holiday, you can cook something or draw something from that holiday. Women in history, again, scientists. If you're doing a person, dressing up is always a great thing to do. You can do an author report, a slideshow. You could even contact the author and get them to write to the class. Okay, so projects. Today you need to be thinking about a project. You've been learning a lot, but you need to think, how am I going to share my learning? Am I going to make a poster? Am I going to teach a class? All right. Any other questions? Mila?
Oh, I was gonna ask, if we were supposed to be like actually working on what we were gonna do for the past few days, but after you showed us that, I'm pretty sure that you just wanted us to plan what we were gonna do.
No, you had this week to work on it. So because you weren't doing the Flex project, this was your week to actually be working on it. I was just helping you with the, when I ask you to submit something, that's not all you're doing. That's just the part you're proving to me that you're working on it. So yeah, you're supposed to have been doing lots of research for the last 3 days.
Oh, you didn't make that clear.
Well, it's hard to make it clear, but you were supposed to pick a topic and start researching. So you should be doing a couple of hours. I actually did make it clear because yesterday I showed that schedule. Let me show you that again, because maybe you missed it. And it's easy to miss that. But if you look back at this Flexpert week, it has make a plan like this to use your time wisely. You only have 5 days. So here's a plan of how you work. So on day 1, on Monday, you should have zoomed in to learn about the project, start finding websites, books, videos on my topic, start taking notes, writing time, share your progress, zoom in for a content lesson, and then do more research for a half an hour in the afternoon. Yesterday, you should have zoomed in for a lesson on note taking, which I didn't end up doing. Continue research and note taking, filling in your information. Yesterday, I just kind of showed you this and some other things about how to plan your time. Zoom in and work with you on your project in the afternoon. Today, zoom in for a lesson on wrapping up research and starting writing on your final project. So I didn't do this whole thing on wrapping up research, but you need to get your research going, okay? And then you have this long weekend. So that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked it. You guys should be doing lots of research on this project because you didn't have any content lessons or any Florida virtual language arts. So when we do these Flexpert weeks, what I'm trusting that you're doing is using that extra time that I've given you by taking away those other assignments on your own research, right? I'm inviting you to use your time and plan your time and have self-motivation to learn about a topic you want to learn about. If you're just seeing it as a break and you can, not do anything, then we'll quit doing these Flexpert weeks because they're a time for you to really get excited about learning things because you want to learn them, not because a teacher tells you you have to, right? You get to pick the topic, you get to work on it. So if you haven't started yet, that just means you've missed 2 days of the research, but guess what? You don't have school on Thursday and Friday, so you can make it up then. Yay. Okay. Anything else? It's almost time for specials. You just have 10 minutes. Here's what I'd like you to do. When you get off of this Zoom, start your research, find some websites, get started, and even go to that assignment 1.03 and decide what project you're going to make to show what you've learned. Okay. If you have any questions, stay on here with me, but otherwise you can go off and start your research and get going.
Bye-bye.
Bye.